In this video, I'm going to show you how I generate over $45,000 a year writing covered calls and selling cash secured puts. I'll show you a 3M trade that you can do. You can do if you get your financial education, and it starts right here, right now. I know you're going to like this one, so stick around. Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red hot covered call video. Hey, look, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to talk about how I'm generating over $45,000 this year. I'm going to give you a little peek into my world and how the year has been going. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how you can, and I'm using the stock of 3M today, and there's many reasons for that. What we're going to do is talk about a very basic trade. I'm going to show you some of the trades that I've made using this stock, and I'll tell you what, I think you're going to get it. I think that's the important thing for a lot of you out there that are trying to learn investment strategies. You know, you get all the fake gurus giving you 3 special trading patterns. They're on jets, flying to their mansions in the Hamptons, right? And you're going to pay thousands of dollars for that information. I'll tell you what, they're selling you hopes and dreams. What I hope to sell you here is an understanding that if we get our financial education, we watch the free videos, we get comfortable with it, you're going to have more success. And that's what it's all about with me. I want you to have the same success I'm having. That's why I do this channel. I have over 200 videos. I'm trying to pay it forward from my mentor, Jerry, who took the time. He held my hand. He coached me. And I'll tell you what, I want to pay that forward because ever since that moment happened, I have had success in the stock market, selling premium, writing covered calls, and selling cash secured puts. And I believe if you put in the time, you put in the homework, open up that small ball account, and do your very first trade, I'll tell you what, you do 1 trade, 2 trades, and all of a sudden you don't need me anymore. I call it my cash printing machine, and this is why I'm so excited about it. Now look, before we get going, if you like what you're hearing today and you want to be a part of it, subscribe to the channel. It's right there, it's free. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now what we're doing is this, we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about my numbers and how I derive my numbers, and I'm going to show you some trades this year. In fact, I'm going to show you all my trades up to this point this year. It's 2019, it's October. We still have time left for me to reach my goal, $55,000 for 2019. Don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'll tell you what, to know that I can generate over $45,000 a year, knocking down close to 20% cash on cash, man, that is empowering. It motivates, and man, it keeps me in the game. Because like I've told you, it is easy to not look at the stock market, not be a part of the stock market. And in my opinion, you're missing out on a great opportunity to have success. That's what it's all about with me, having success. Right here, right now, I have bagged $45,000 in profits, and I have over $7,000 on the books that haven't gone to expiration. So this number is going to change. But as of right here, October 27th, $44,000 in the bag. And that represents 19.7% cash on cash. I'll tell you, if somebody were to tell me that I can learn a strategy where I'm knocking down a consistent 20% a year, man, I would not have believed them. But 3 years ago, my mentor Jerry showed me the way, and I have generated those kind of returns. Last year, I showed you all year how I knocked down 24.9%, beating the stock market hand over fist. Now this year, it's got me. The market's up over 21.7%, but I am not worried. Man, this year could be another 24% gainer, and I'll take that every day of the week. Look, I love picking up 1 crumb, 2 crumbs, all of a sudden, talking real money. I don't look to make $1 million in a year or claim that I'm making millions of bucks. What I do is I set a goal out for myself and I try to achieve it. And based on the past 3 years, I've been able to achieve those numbers. My first year, I wanted to make $1,200 a month. I did that. The next year, I wanted to make $2,500 a month. I achieved that. And of course, last year, I had a goal of $50,000. Beat that hand over fist. And this year, God willing, I can get to my number of $55,000. Now, if you're new to the channel, channel, you might be thinking that I'm bragging and boasting here, but you need to understand there's a lot of people out there watching this video right here. They get motivated by one thing: money, paying the bills. They want to hear those things that get them excited. They don't want to hear about a typical covered call trade where they did this, did that, made 2%. No, they want to see the real hard money. That's why I show you my numbers, because that might motivate you. Others might be motivated in learning a new strategy and trying to understand it. So when I show you my trades and we talk about them, I think that takes off the edge of learning. Right? If somebody shows you something time and time again, you're going to get more comfortable with it and you might do it. So there's many reasons you might be motivated to do a particular investment strategy. And it might be greed. It might be monthly income. It might be wanting to learn a successful investment strategy that sets you up for the future. Well, what I bring you here is a consistent theme of using the selling premium strategy. We use it to our advantage. We make nice, comfortable trades. We make those profits and we move on to do it again. Now, I do it on multiple stocks, multiple times a month. A lot of you don't do that, but hey, if you're winning, right? That's really all that matters. Now, looking at some trades for 2019, this blows my mind. Look at all those trades. Those are all green trades. This is not Photoshopped, and I don't leave out my loser. I do have a loser right there that I need to account for before the year's out. If you remember, that was my Southern trade for which I made money, but I had to buy the option back because I wanted to then write another covered call, which expires in January. Don't worry, I'm going to deal with that trade, but for right now, that's my only loser for the year. Look, I'm not here to sell you hopes and dreams and 3 secret trading patterns. What I'm here to do is show you how I use the selling premium strategy to my advantage, and it's been successful for me. See, that's the important thing here. It's not about how much money I have or how much money I make. If you watch a video for which we talk about a trade, you learn something, you take that and put it towards your game, and it ups your game. That's the important thing. That's why I'm here. I'm paying it forward from my mentor, Jerry, who helped me, held my hand, coached me. Now look, I can't hold your hand, and quite frankly, nobody's going to hold your hand, but I want to get us closer to the goal line, right? A lot of these gurus will get you to the 20-yard line and say, hey, good luck. I want to get us closer. That's why I keep beating the drum of showing you trades. We talk about them, so maybe you learn something. If you see it 3, 4, and 5 times, eventually you're going to say, look, I can do this, and you're going to try it. That's really my motivation here. Now, I told you I was going to show you some of my trades on that great stock that I want to write covered calls on, right? Well, that great stock is 3M. Now, 3M has had some troubles recently because of the China trade war. They have a huge dependence on international profits to fuel the stock price going higher. So 3M used to trade at 250. It's found itself back to the 150 range. It has a sandbox of about 160 to 170 right now, but it pays a nice dividend. I use 3M for my covered call and dividend capture strategy. Absolutely love 3M. 3M is a great company. So why do I use 3M when I'm selling risk, when I'm selling premium? Well, number one, I want to buy a great stock that I'm willing to own if the markets were to fall. And 3M for me is that stock because I can walk pretty much anywhere on the planet into a store and I'll see a 3M product. So with that broad appeal, right, with that global reach, 3M's always going to be a big player. And with that said, Wall Street loves huge companies that have huge profits, huge dividends. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use buying opportunities in 3M so I have a low entry purchase and then I'm going to hold it and write a covered call. What I'm looking to do is make 3% cash on cash. So if I buy 100 shares of 3M at 150, that's $15,000, I'm going to look to write a 30-day covered call, letting somebody take my shares away from me for a price that I pick, for a time frame I pick, 30 days, and they're going to pay me a per share premium. Well, if the stock appreciation plus the premium equal 3% or more, well, that's what I want to do. Because if 3M gets to that strike price or the price I'm letting somebody take my shares away from me, well, I'm going to collect both the stock appreciation and the premium. My shares will be taken away and I get that money in my account. I start started with this, and now I have 3 and 4% more than I started with. We do this every single month with great stocks, and we're able to do this. I know that might sound crazy for a lot of you that haven't seen the selling premium strategy, but that's really how it works. We buy 100 shares, we give somebody the right but not the obligation to take those shares away from us at a price we pick for a time frame we pick. We get paid a premium, and if that premium is 3 and 4% a month, I'll tell you, we do it time and time again. And 3M just happens to be one of those stocks that I have in my basket of stocks for which I use for this strategy. Now, I have multiple stocks that I do this with, and I use about $225,000 for this strategy. Right? I have a buy and hold strategy, but for the covered call strategy, the cash secure put strategy, I use about $225,000. And what I do is I use that money, roll it over. I'll tell you, it can be one of the more successful strategies you'll ever use. Now quickly, before we move on to the chart of 3M and a possible trade that I might do, let's look at some of the trades I've done this year. As you can see, I bought 3M in this sandbox that we're talking about, anywhere from the mid 150s to the mid 160s. And what I'm looking to do is trade it as it moves higher. Now, why did I buy in the 150s or the 160s? Well, it really has to do with support line. We're going to talk about that when we look at the chart. But Wall Street loves to buy great stocks when they've fallen off a little bit. All that fluff comes out of the stock. It comes back to support. Wall Street can then start to buy the stock as a low entry purchase. That's where I want to be as well. Look, sometimes stocks just fall off the table below support and we are stuck holding the bag. There's risk in everything. But if I can buy my stocks at support, great stocks at support, chances are I'm getting a low entry purchase. And that's what I've done with 3M over the past year. And as you can see with 3M, I like to write that easy 3% trade. See this column right here? If my shares were to be taken away at the strike, plus the premium, I make that cash on cash. What I love to do is then do it again. We do it again and again and again, and we're able to generate these kind of returns of $45,000 a year. See, I'm active in the stock market. Now, for a lot of you, you may just want to do that trade and set it and forget it. And at the end of the 30 days, whatever happens, happens. And that's fine too. But if you want to fine tune your game and potentially make more profits, then you're going to want to stick to this channel because I show you trades where I buy back options. I'll take stocks, write the covered call, then I'll buy those options back, and we keep repeating and rinsing. And when we do that, we're able to generate crumb after crumb. Now, I'm getting a little long in this video. Let's go ahead and look at the chart really quick. Now, for some of you, this may be as foreign as learning a second language, but you're going to get better. You're going to start doing research. You're going to watch videos on YouTube where people show you charting and indicators, and you're going to watch videos about people talking about selling premium. You know, there's so many free videos on YouTube. You can learn anything these days. Hell, if I'm going to change an electric component in my car, what's the first thing I do? Man, I go to YouTube these days because somebody out there has done it. And I'll tell you, it's a great resource tool. I really advocate for you to spend time on YouTube, just sit back with some coffee and just watch the free videos. Hell, I got over 200 videos where we talk this stuff every single week. Now, again, we look at 3M, and I talked about some low entry purchases at the support line. And as you can see, this line right here, it seems like every time 3M falls to this particular line, it rallies higher. Now, what does that mean? That may have mean there was some good news. Now, I've been watching 3M for the past year, and there hasn't been much good news with 3M. Every great company has down years. But in this case, Wall Street believes when 3M hits its support line, that's a nice low entry purchase. So every time I see it hit the support line, if I'm going to own some shares, that's when I'm going to buy them. And that's when I have bought them. And then what I love to do, as 3M gets up to that support line, I like to write that covered call. I collect the premium, and as the stock falls back to that support line, guess what? The premium I got paid $2, it falls. And it could fall to zero because the likelihood of the stock getting to that strike price is unlikely. I keep that premium. I keep my shares. We do it again. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is video number 200 on my channel. Been doing this for 3 years. I come here every week with a timely and relevant trade. We talk about my trade, so maybe you learn something. Look, you may not aspire to make $45,000 a year or $160,000 in 3 years like me. But look, if you're interested in making a little bit of extra income with the stocks that you own or the cash you have sitting on the sidelines, you can use this strategy. And you don't have to take huge leaps. We can do this by taking baby steps, doing small trades, picking up small crumbs. Because like I've always told you, one crumb after two, all of a sudden, we're talking real money. Hey, look, I love the cover call strategy and the cash secure put strategy for those volatile times in the stock market. This is my cash printing machine. What I want you to do, if you like what you heard today, I want you to subscribe to the channel. It's right there. And hey, look, if you like this video, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. And ring the bell so you get the email notification I did a red hot cover call video. Share it, go to my Facebook group, CTP Dashboard, and follow that page. I'm telling you what, we are a group of like-minded people, and I want you to join us. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.